Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is going to be a bit more of an off-topic thing. I'm going to leave some of the bigger stuff for tomorrow, so that way you people are more inclined. So, we have this here that, with Alec Baldwin. Now, I did a video quite a few months ago, that, he was not charged for any of the things that he has done for the murder of the shooter, of the young photographer. Well, it seems like all things are turning, or rather changing in this respect, because it seems that he is being charged, or recharged in this aspect. So, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, prosecutors to recharge Alec Baldwin for rush shooting. Now, granted, this is from Reuters, and some of these things are not probably the best sources, but I'll give you the sources of multiple areas here, and you'll get to see kind of what's really going on. So, we have this. New Mexico prosecutors on Tuesday said they intended to recharge Alec Baldwin with involuntary manslaughter for the fatal shooting of Rush stenographer Hannah Gutierrez in 2021. Baldwin's case will be brought before a grand jury in mid-November, Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey said. The move followed results of an independent forensic test that found Baldwin had to have pulled the trigger of a revolver he was rehearsing with to fire the live round that killed Hutchins and wounded director Joel Souza. The finding was the same as previous FBI tests on the firearm. After extensive investigation over the past several months, additional facts have come to light that we believe show Mr. Baldwin has criminal culpability in the death of Helena Hutchins and the shooting of Joel Souza, Morrissey and Jason Lewis said in a statement. Baldwin said has said he is not responsible for Hutchins' death and he did not pull the trigger. Whoa! Oh, Baldwin. Yeah, idiot. Bloody idiot. See, this is the reason why I don't really like this guy for a lot of reasons. And normally, I am not going to go after somebody that is actively, just because I don't like his political stances or how completely unhinged he is. If he has not really done something, then he doesn't deserve to be charged. However, this man does deserve to be charged because, well, it seems that he's lying in front of people. Because he said he did not pull the trigger. Well, if you didn't pull the trigger, then how did Hutchins die exactly? Because there is all the evidence in the world showing that you have pulled the trigger. So you lied on that front. What's the real case here, Baldwin? It is unfortunate that a terrible tragedy has been turned into this misguided prosecution. We will answer any charges in court, Luke Nikas and Alex Glores for Baldwin said in a statement. The 30 Rock actor was originally charged with voluntary manslaughter in January for Hutchins' death, along with the movie's chief weapons handler Hannah Gutierrez, who faces a 2024 trial. The planned grand jury marked a setback for Baldwin after prosecutors dismissed charges against the actor in April after new evidence the gun he used might have been modified, allowing it to fire without the trigger being pulled. Right. I don't think you have the capability of doing that regardless, but even if that was the case, there's not a lot of evidence of this. Morrissey said if a new testing of the gun showed it was working, she would recharge Baldwin. Prosecutors have to use grand juries as they are an easier means to prove probable cause and proceed to trial than fulfilling a criminal complaint that can be probed by defense lawyers at a preliminary hearing, legal experts say. Alright, so we have that. We have this here as well. Hannah Gutierrez Reed charged with tampering with evidence in Rust case. Well. Let's see what this has to say here for the CNN. We always have to take these guys with a grain of salt. It says prosecutors on Thursday charged Rush film armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed with tampering the evidence in relation to the shooting death of the movie's stenographer Hannah Hutchins, an amended complaint filed Thursday shows. The charge is an addition of 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter filed against Gutierrez Reed earlier this year. Gutierrez Reed was likely hungover when she loaded a prop gun and used by the actor Alec Baldwin that fired live round of ammunition during a rehearsal, prosecutors alleged in a prior court filing. Witnesses told the investigators Gutierrez Reed was drinking heavily and smoking marijuana in the evenings during the shooting of Rust. The filing from prosecutors said, "This is what you get when you hire left-wing people. When you hire people like this, first off, the great indicator here that they're probably not very smart, or the fact that they're, happen to be part of the lunacy bin is when they have dyed hair. They shouldn't be trusted in with a grain of salt. But of course, Baldwin only hired this person because of her political views and no other reason. I guess you probably should be careful on who you hire next time, Baldwin. Even though you might be seeking that jail time with the great man behind the bars looking for that sweet, sweet success ass. In response to the amended complaint, Gutierrez Reed's attorney, Jason Ball, said in his motion to dismiss he was overtly competent on an email from the prosecution's lead investigator, Robert Schilling, that he was asked to do no further work on the case, and included a comment that he has issues with how the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office handled the investigation. Schilling wrote, knowing full well the probability that his email may be subject to IPRA, I am compelled to respectfully offer the following. The conduct of the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office during and after the initial investigation is reprehensible and unprofessional to a degree I will have no words for. He said in the email dated June 20, "Now, not I or 200 proficient investigators than I could clean up the mess delivered to your office in October 2022. The email was sent to Bowles in error. Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey said in an email 38 minutes later, "It was inadvertent disclosure. Please delete it," she wrote. Well, we have this all here. So, we have this. Alec Baldwin's Rust case to go before New Mexico grand jury. So, we see this happening here. So, it looks like it's not going to be too great for him. We also have this. Alec Baldwin is spotted outside his Manhattan building after vowing to fight in court if he's charged again over fatal Rust shooting. Right. So, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion here, I think that this young woman does not deserve to be killed. Or did not deserve to be killed. And I have a horrible fact that he may have done this purposely. If not, it was due to complete idiocy. And I had a discussion with a person that said that he shouldn't be charged because, he didn't know. Well, I think every gun owner and anybody that owns a gun here on this channel probably knows you always check if the gun is loaded or not. I do this frequently because you don't know what's going to happen, and you should always check if your gun is the gun up in the air, not pointed at the ground, especially a shotgun for that matter, and making sure that your gun is pointed away from people. He made a lot of critical errors. You don't point your gun at somebody at all. This is not what you do. And of course, if you are in a case where the gun has been fired, it's been complete negligence that this man had an armorer that did all these things, and he didn't prevent that from happening. You should also have a policy if you're handling firearms, especially in the setting, never to be drunk and to never have marijuana involved. This could lead to horrible things, and this is what happened. I think Baldwin probably did this purposely. There's been some things coming around where he had not liked this person or the photographer to begin with. So, again, let's remove emotion from this and say that this is probably the case that he did. And he's being recharged, and as he should. I think people like this should be punished for their severe actions. There's a difference between accidental slaughter and what have you. But be as it may. We'll see what happens with this man, see if he's actually charged. I still don't hold any possible way that he will be put in prison, but things might be happening that he may. Alright guys, that's a video. Let's go share. As always, take care.